Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer shared a mixed but ultimately positive experience with their new electric scooter. From the start, our reviewer noticed a rubbing noise from the rear wheel during riding and braking. A visit to a local repair shop eased their concerns, as they were informed that it's a common occurrence with new brake pads and the sound would fade as they wear in. The scooter's performance and ability to reach its maximum speed were not affected by this. A more significant problem emerged just a few weeks into ownership when the front inner tube popped. While a seasoned mechanic might find it simple, the client found the prospect of changing the tire themselves to be quite daunting. The repair at a local shop proved to be a considerable expense for the new part and labor. Following the shop's advice, they replaced the standard air-filled tube with a solid tire, a more durable option for navigating rough city streets and preventing future flats. During this process, our reviewer discovered that the original manufacturer no longer supports this particular model with new parts, and the retailer's customer service was unable to provide useful repair guidance. However, they found that independent scooter shops in their area were able to source what was needed. In terms of ride quality, the scooter does lack power when starting on a steep hill, requiring a few manual pushes to build momentum before the motor fully engages. Despite these initial hurdles, this client expresses a lot of enjoyment from using the scooter. They find it offers a great riding experience, is conveniently compact for transport in a car, and believe that, for the cost, it remains a very good value.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer purchased 4 of these electric scooters for family outings and has been thoroughly enjoying them for rides around their community. Our reviewer seems a bit puzzled by some of the negative feedback they've seen online, particularly complaints about things like battery life or top speed. They make a strong point that expectations should be realistic for a model in its class. In their view, if someone needs a vehicle with significantly more power or a much longer range, they should really be looking at options in a much higher tier, which naturally come with a much higher cost. For this client and their family, the performance has been completely reliable over many miles of use. They consistently get a solid range, typically between 12 and 14 miles on a single charge. It's noted that as the battery gets very low, a noticeable slowdown occurs, but our reviewer sees this simply as a clear and practical signal that it's time to head home and plug it in, rather than a flaw in its design. They also appreciate the suite of features included, which make for a safe and convenient ride. The scooter is equipped with both front and rear lights, side reflectors for visibility, a dependable disc brake system, and even multiple speed settings plus cruise control for more comfortable, longer stretches of road. The final verdict from this user is clear. If you're in the market for an affordable and fun way to get around for casual rides, this electric scooter is an excellent choice. However, for those with ambitions of long-distance commuting or what they humorously call a world tour, it would be wise to invest in a more specialized, long-range model. For their needs, though, this family is very happy with their purchase.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer has now had several opportunities to take this electric scooter out for a spin and wanted to share some initial impressions. Weighing in at approximately 160 pounds, this client found that the advertised range wasn't quite what was delivered in real-world use. Instead of the expected full 16 miles on a single charge, our reviewer consistently managed closer to 10 or 11 miles when riding on mostly flat surfaces around town. What's more, the final couple of miles before the battery completely ran out saw a significant drop in speed, effectively cutting the journey in half and making the final stretch a rather slow crawl. Comparing it to another personal electric scooter, this particular model felt noticeably slower. While the difference might seem minor on paper, being about 1.5 miles per hour less than a previous device actually makes a considerable impact on the overall feel of the ride, making it feel less zippy and perhaps less suitable for keeping up with other traffic. Beyond performance, the initial setup process proved to be quite a headache for this reviewer. The package included a perplexing number of extra screws, which initially seemed like a thoughtful addition. However, it quickly became apparent why they were necessary. Trying to secure the components was a frustrating ordeal, as the screws simply refused to thread properly, often stripping or failing to go in all the way. Our reviewer ended up going through every single spare screw provided in a desperate attempt to get everything fastened. Ultimately, even after about 15 minutes of struggling, one screw remained stubbornly sticking out, unable to be fully tightened by hand, leaving a somewhat unfinished look and a lingering sense of imperfection. Considering the overall experience, this client expressed a willingness to invest a bit more for an electric scooter that could deliver better range and a bit more zip, suggesting that while this model might seem like a reasonable option in needy.
Appreciate you watching. If this video helped, like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts below. See you soon.